Thank you, sir. Welcome to the meeting of the MTSU Audit and Compliance Committee. I'm Pete DeLay, Chair of the committee. I appreciate the trustees, MTSU staff, and those attending in person and virtually by joining us today. Dr. McPhee is unable to join us today, so Provost Mark Burns will be sitting in for him. Provost Burns, do you have any opening remarks?
No, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. The first item of business is the roll call. James Floyd, University Counsel and Secretary of the Board, please call the roll.
Trustee Baker,
Present.
Trustee Boyd,
Present.
Trustee Cottle,
Here.
Trustee DeLay,
Here.
Trustee Jacobs,
Here.
Chair Smith,
Here.
Vice Chair Carbowiak,
Here.
Trustee Wright, Trustee James. We have a quorum.
Thank you, James. The first agenda item is the approval of the minutes from the committee meeting held on March 15, 2022. The minutes from that meeting are behind tab 1 of your meeting materials. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from March 15?
So moved.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second. Is there any discussion? With no discussion, all in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Now we're moving into the informational section of the agenda, and Brenda Burkhart, our Chief Audit Executive, will be presenting all three information items. The first item behind tab number 2 is the report of the Chief Audit Executive. Brenda?
Thank you, Chairman DeLay. The Audit and Compliance Committee Charter requires the committee to ensure the Chief Audit Executive's administrative reporting relationship to the President is independent. There are no problems or issues with independence to report. The President does not limit the scope of audit work and is supportive and encourages the independence of the Chief Audit Executive. That concludes my report.
Are there any questions? Thank you, Brenda. The next agenda item, located behind tab number 3 of the meeting materials, is the information on the results of external audit reviews.
Thank you. There has been one report from an external agency received since the last meeting. The Tennessee Department of Health, Compliance, and Ethics Office completed subrecipient monitoring of the COVID-19 vaccination point of distribution program for the period March 1, 2021 through September 30th, 2021. The monitoring review of the contract revealed no findings of a material nature. That concludes my report unless there are questions.
Any questions? Brenda will present the final agenda item of quarterly report of the results of the internal audit reports.
Since the last meeting of the committee, there have been no internal audit reports issued. We did a review and administratively closed an anonymous hotline complaint, which was unsubstantiated with no control weaknesses identified. We have audit work in progress, which will be discussed in the executive non-public session of the meeting. The status of the 2022 audit plan is on page 13 of the meeting materials, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Brenda. Are there any questions? With none, that's the final agenda item for the public session of the meeting. Provost Burns, do you have any closing remarks?
I just wanted to say that unfortunately Brenda Burkhart is retiring, and so unless I'm mistaken, this will be her last committee meeting with us. So Brenda's had a 35 or so year career here at MTSU and has just been a stalwart employee. So we wish her the very best as she goes into this next phase of life. So congratulations, Brenda.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Brenda, do you have any parting words?
Yes, I have a few. But for 35 years, you should. But before I make my comments, I've been asked to let you know that Dr. McPhee has asked Diane Snodgrass to serve as the interim Chief Audit Executive. Diane, you can wave and acknowledge yourself. She currently serves as the Assistant Director for Audit and Consulting Services. She has 34 years of experience with our audit office. She is a graduate of MTSU, so well qualified, with an accounting degree and is a certified public accountant. The office is in good, experienced hands with Diane. And now for my few remarks I would like to make. I would be remiss if I didn't thank and acknowledge my coworkers that have worked in the audit office with me. I did not do this job alone. I want to thank David Jones. He actually hired me to the university. And then a special thanks goes to Faye, Diane, Sarah, Cindy, Olivia, Ramona, Janet, Carol, Janet, yes, we've had 2 in our office, Tim, and Laura. We've had some fun projects and some not so fun projects. Thanks for a job well done and for making the audit office a pleasant place to work. You can't audit without the help of management and the employees. An auditor is only as good as the information they can obtain. I appreciate the management and employees at this university for having an attitude of compliance and a willingness to do things right. Because of that attitude, getting audit recommendations implemented has not been a battle. In my 35-plus years at the university, there have only been a few projects, less than a handful, that required additional work or strong convincing for management to implement the recommended changes, and I think that's a pretty good record. MTSU is a special place with a reputation worth protecting. I came to the university as the 75th year celebration was wrapping up. Different employees often talked about how special MTSU was and the kindness of the university community. My thought was, how can this be? This is a job, we're working here. Why is it so special? I stayed at the university and I've grown to understand this entity of MTSU is something to be treasured and cared for. It's more than the 500-plus acres and numerous buildings. It is the people that came before us that worked to create the MTSU reputation and to shape it into a special place. MTSU is an entity that is to be cherished and protected. I'm a visual learner, and I believe it's best to keep rules and processes simple. It also helps if it's easy to remember. So today, I'm leaving you with a handful of rules for our cherished MTSU. These rules apply to all of us, no matter our position or affiliation with the university. As I've said often, people, first and the best rule of thumb is make all decisions for the betterment of MTSU. Don't be self-serving in your actions and decisions concerning the university. MTSU has a long history of being a quality university with a good reputation. We are the current custodians of our positions, so we must do our part to protect the precious reputation and entity of MTSU. This honors the many individuals before us who created that reputation and also cherished MTSU. We are also indebted to the current and future students, faculty, and staff to protect MTSU and to make it a better place for future generations. The second point is make it a point to be in compliance, or when needing guidance, point to our policies for your answers. We have a reputation of compliance and doing things right, so keep up the good work. For the middle finger, which may concern some of you, we are all in this together and counting on each other to do the right thing. When we work together, great things are accomplished. The MTSU community is truly a family. With any large family, there are a variety of personalities, and we have a variety of personalities here. We have shy and outgoing personalities. We have individuals that enjoy public speaking and individuals that just try to survive it and not embarrass themselves or the university. We have pleasant, helpful family members, and we have a few cranky, difficult family members. We are all in the MTSU family with a variety of talents, so use your talents to better MTSU. When we all work together and make decisions for the betterment of MTSU, we accomplish great things and uphold the reputation of our cherished university. For the ring finger, be committed to respect. The fourth finger on the left hand is generally the ring finger where the commitment to marriage is displayed. We should be committed to treating everyone with respect, whether they are our guests, current or future students, current or future employees, alumni, opposing athletic teams, or our pleasant, helpful family members, or our cranky, difficult family members. If we are respectful and strive to achieve what is best for our MTSU community, we create an environment of win-win opportunities. And for the little last finger, be aware of the small things. They truly matter. Your actions speak louder than your words. Work to make good small decisions for MTSU so it is easier to make the right big decisions. It's often the small acts of kindness that have the greatest impact. Do your part, be kind and respectful. The reputation of MTSU has been built on a lot of small things done right. So as you use your hands to continue your work at MTSU, remember the best rule of thumb, make all your decisions for the betterment of MTSU. Make it a point to be in compliance, point to our policies, your answers may be there. We are all in this together and counting on each other to do the right thing. Be committed to respect and be aware of the small things, they truly matter. I have been honored to be a part of the MTSU Audit Office and most recently custodian of the Chief Audit Executive position. MTSU has truly been a blessing to me and my family. I leave with friends and treasured memories. I know the university is in good, caring hands, so keep up the good work. And as I have often said, that concludes my report.
Brenda, you have exemplified and embodied those 5 rules, and you've been a great example to us. And on behalf of our committee, I can't tell you what a pleasure you've been to work with, and how much I've enjoyed getting to know you, and how proud I am to work with you. And we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
in the
It's been a
years to
pleasure
come.
to serve. Thank you.
Pete, I'd like to say, all organizations that I'm aware of fear what happens when you don't have good audit. And I've never had one fear. I'm not sure have as many moving parts as we have and not to have had any findings over and over and over again. And that just means you gave a damn and you worked like crazy to get it right. And I'm very appreciative of that.
And as we said, we make it a point to be in compliance. We have a management that has that attitude, which really helps. They do have a real honest desire to do things right.
Anybody else like to make any comments?
Here, here.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Brenda, thank you so much. This portion of the Audit and Compliance Committee meeting concerning public matters is completed. Now we go into executive session for discussion concerning audits and investigations. No business other than these items will be considered during the non-public session. The public meeting of the Audit and Compliance Committee is adjourned. Now I ask that everyone other than board members, the provost, our chief audit executive, the assistant director of audit and consulting services, and our chief legal counsel to please leave the room.